From the Albuquerque Journal, this is the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. It's Wednesday, November 26th. Here's what we're covering on today's episode. New Mexico's civil rights settlement costs have surged since the state passed its 2021 Civil Rights Act, which opened the door for civil rights lawsuits in state court and abolished qualified immunity for government agencies. State payouts climbed from $6.3 million in 2022 to $33.4 million last year, raising the alarm among lawmakers who worry the trend could strain the state budget, even potentially affecting education funding. Local governments and law enforcement initially opposed the 2021 law, warning it could drive up settlements and insurance premiums. Those concerns seem to be materializing. Insurance premiums for civil rights coverage rose from $10.7 million to $20.5 million over the same period, according to the General Services Department. Officials say the mounting claims are reshaping the legal landscape, with more attorneys entering the state and some medical professionals leaving due to liability worries. Meanwhile, the New Mexico Supreme Court has begun to redefine how the law is applied, issuing rulings this year that limit practices like, quote, venue shopping, and to ensure cases are filed in proper jurisdictions. New Mexico residents are being urged to check whether they are owed a share of the state's $390 million in unclaimed property, according to the Taxation and Revenue Department. Officials say the holiday season is an ideal time for people to see if they've forgotten assets that might offer financial relief. Unclaimed property can include old bank accounts, stocks, uncashed checks, insurance refunds, rent deposits, and even items from safety deposit boxes. These assets are turned over to the state after long periods of inactivity, often because someone moved, changed jobs, or passed away. The Taxation and Revenue Department holds the property indefinitely until owners or heirs claim it. So far this year, the department has processed 6,414 claims, totaling $18.5 million, with the average payout around $500. Nationwide, about 1 in 5 people have unclaimed property waiting for them. The fund has grown this year as more abandoned assets flowed in than were claimed. Residents can search for and claim their property for free at nmclaims.unclaimedproperty.com, where the department must respond within 90 days and issue payments within 30 days after approval. Construction is accelerating on Project Jupiter, a large AI-focused data center complex in Santa Teresa, even as the $165 billion in industrial revenue bonds and incentives underpinning the projects face legal and transparency challenges. 2 lawsuits seek the judicial review of the bond ordinance and allege the Doña Ana County Commission improperly approved the incentives amid unanswered concerns about water use, emissions, and environmental impacts. One petition filed by members of the Empowerment Congress unraveled after the group's parent nonprofit Community Action Agency of Southern New Mexico ordered its removal from the case and confirmed the departure of its director, a prominent critic of the project. Another lawsuit filed by resident Derek Pacheco argues the commission acted prematurely, while land use approvals were still pending and lacked complete documentation. The county is seeking dismissal, saying the wrong legal mechanisms were used and that opponents haven't shown actual injury because the ordinance only offer economic incentives, not authorization for construction or operations. Meanwhile, the New Mexico Foundation for Open Government says the commission also violated the Open Meetings Act, citing an improperly described closed session and approval of ordinance containing, quote, draft pages. If a court agrees, the bond ordinance could be rendered invalid. The county has until December 1st to formally respond to the transparency complaint. And New Mexico will conduct automatic recounts in 31 local races after the state canvassing board confirmed that numerous contests fell within the narrow margins required under state law. The recounts, which will begin next week, affect mayoral, city council, municipal judge, and school board races statewide. Mayoral races in Des Moines, Maxwell, Tandem, Jarl, and Estancia all triggered recounts after finishing either within 1 percentage point or 5 votes, the thresholds for local elections. The state canvassing board will certify final results on December 11th, and any ties after recounts will be settled by, quote, lot, such as a coin flip or by drawing cards. New Mexico Secretary of State Maggie Toulouse-Oliver reported that this year's election saw record turnout for a regular local election, with 25.3% of registered voters casting ballots, including 6,000 same-day registrants on Election Day. Turnout, while far below statewide election levels, have risen since the 2018 Local Election Act, which consolidated many local contests into one November election. Some cities, including Rio Rancho, Clovis, Artesia, Santa Rosa, and Espanola, have opted out of the consolidated system. Meanwhile, several municipalities still have to use runoff elections. In Albuquerque, 3 races, including the mayoral contest between Tim Keller and Darren White, will be decided in a December 9th runoff. The leading news is powered by the journalism of the Albuquerque Journal. If you enjoy hearing all of the stories we share with you here daily, please consider becoming a digital subscriber to the Journal by utilizing the discount code in our show notes. Every subscription helps support local journalism and allows us to provide you with the news that matters to you. Now taking a look at Albuquerque's weather forecast. Today you can expect sunny skies with a high near 58, and for this evening mostly clear with a low around 30. To keep up with all the latest news from the Albuquerque Journal, you can visit our website at abqjournal.com. That's the leading news. I'm Gino Gutierrez. We'll be on an extended break for Thanksgiving, and the leading news will return on Monday.